Hello, my dear colleagues. Today I'm going to give you a quick video on how to convert or copy over the student learning outcomes for the persuasive speech that's located in our communication studies group classroom on Canvas. Put those over into your classroom, public speaking classroom on Canvas, and then how to link that to a persuasive speech and then mark the speeches according to the rubric. So we're going to, I have to point this way because I have a big screen this way, so I should be looking at you, but I'm not. I'm going to point this way. So looking at the dashboard and coming down to the bottom, you will see the West Valley Communication Studies class. And if you don't have access to that, you need to let me know so Max can get you loaded up to that. But I think everybody has that, including you, Jill. You should have that too. And when we open this, we're in the classroom, and a couple things that I want to show you is that located in the files and within SLO rubric, this is the rubric that we worked on at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall. Thanks a lot to Oli for help getting the format structure and everyone else for contributing so that we kind of have a good idea of, well, I'm just going to quit moving you around, what each of our outcomes is in terms of scoring. This is a 4, this is a 3, this is a 2. And this is really important that you read through this, and we've all agreed to it. So read it and apply it. So my 3 is equal to your 3 is equal to the other person's 3. And so that when we look at the overall data, we all agree on what these metrics mean. So make sure you download this down into your folders and files so that you can have it available at hand when you're actually scoring. Then in the outcomes, we have the first outcome here is a persuasive speech. Ideally, over the years, we'll fill this thing up. And within the persuasive speech are each of the outcomes just like we have in the rubric. So now that you see where you can find this stuff in the West Valley Studies classroom, how do we get it into your classroom? So you go to your classroom. This is my public speaking class, and I've come to my persuasive speech assignment. And, oh, I don't need to do that yet. What I need to do first is get I need to upload the outcomes into my classroom. And so the way you do that is just like you went to Angel or imported your assignments from Angel at the beginning of the class or beginning of the semester, you're going to import as well. And so I just clicked, let me just back up, I'll show you what I did. So right here, import center into the course, import content into the course. And so click on that, and right up here in the past, we clicked Angel, and we're not going to do Angel. We're going to copy a Canvas course. And in this case, we're only doing a select specific content. We're just looking at the outcomes. And then we say import. Oh, we have to select the course. West Valley Communication Studies Group. And then we hit upload. Now, you'll see I've done this a few times to make sure it would work. And so I'm not going to do it again. I've done it. But once you hit import, you will have a bar that says select the content. You click on it, and you'll just click on the outcomes. And once you select the outcomes, you hit select content. Now, this says 16. That's because I've already done this, and I have the outcomes loaded up. And so if I were to do it again, I would double it. So I'm just not going to do that. So you at this point would hit select content, and then a little bar just like before will scroll. And then when it's done, what I always like to do is just hit refresh. I don't know why I do that. I do that. And I come to outcomes. And when you go to the outcomes, then you will see this persuasive speech with our 8 outcomes in that. Now that you can see it's pretty easy to upload the outcomes, we now have to link and associate the outcomes to your persuasive speech assignment. So now I go to the assignments. Find my persuasive speech assignment. And right down here, so I'm kind of all ready to go. And right down here, we have a rubric. And with the rubric, we simply need to click on it. And So when you're working with outcomes, outcomes are always associated to rubrics. You don't have to use the rubric, you just need to have a rubric. And I was a little confused about that at the beginning of the semester. So this is how we make it really easy. See how I highlighted the 5? I just made it a 0. I click out of it and boom, it's not going to be a factor. And I'll do one other thing or a couple other things. I'm going to hide score so students don't see this score at all, so it's not even going to be relevant. And then we create rubric. I'm sorry, we don't create rubric, we find outcomes. So you make this a 0, click hide score, and now we're going to go find our outcomes. And there they are. And now we're going to individually load up these 8 items into the persuasive speech. You could put the outline outcome. This outline outcome, I put mine all together on one rubric, so I want mine with my persuasive speech. If you have a different outline assignment, you could attach this outline assignment to you could attach this outcome to that assignment and do it by itself. Since I grade everything all together, I put it all together and it's all in one assignment. For me, I want both of them in there. So I'm actually going to lead off with the full sentence outline and I'm going to import it. And I'm going to say, okay. And there it is right here. So I'm going to do that just a few more times. I wish that I could pause this video for you right now. Oh, got to back up a second. See where it says use this criterion for scoring? You're going to select that. In fact, I don't remember if I did that for this one, so I'm going to start all over again. You really want to uncheck that box. That one really wants to be unchecked. Yeah, I did do that because, in fact, just to be safe, I'll just go through and unclick all these so I don't forget. This will ensure that your students don't see a score associated with the rubric and associated with the SLO at all. So, all right, so now I've got these all unchecked and I'm going to begin importing them. And do it again. 1 down, 7 to go. Oops. Don't check that box. This is the second time I made this video. The first time I said, oh, I don't want to see all, I don't want to have to say okay to this screen every time. If you don't, it causes problems. So I had to start all over. So learn from me. And as you see that I unchecked all those boxes and they rechecked. And now you hear my dog going nuts in the living room. And I think my next animal will be a cat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing one. You probably know which one. I don't at the top of my head. Maybe the critical evaluation, speech organization support. Yep, looks like critical evaluation. So I'm going to add that one. Uncheck the box and import. Okay, so now we have everything loaded up and I'm just going to put create rubric. And there it is. It's all linked up and ready for you to use. So what we do now is go to SpeedGrader. Okay, so I'm going to move me out of the way again. So here we are in SpeedGrader. Whitney is ready. She just did a fabulous job on her speech. In fact, she got 58. One of the key reasons why she got a 58 is because her outline is absolutely fantabulously a full sentence outline. So boom, I know it off the top. And now I'm just looking at my rubric and I'm gonna go, yep, she had extemporaneous delivery. Everything worked really well. Her quotes, everything worked really well. Well, I've already evaluated her evaluations in these assignments, so I know she's doing well there. And I hit save. And now it's done. You can then go to the next student. This student did not do so well. This student did not do the outline, so that's a key problem. And they were really did not meet approaching outcome and preparation, research approaching, organization, yeah, no, sorry. And their support just wasn't there. And so things just went really wrong in this speech for poor Jose. So now, Noah, and off we go. And we just are going to, now I'm just making things up. Now remember, number 3 is what meets our expectations and submit. And you'll notice that it looks like right there, I did not click the box. And so the points are showing up there. That's why you want to click the box so the students don't see any points related. And of course, I'll delete this and do this all over again. But I'm just going to rock and roll. So I think I'm just going to stop there. So I've put in several scores, and now I'm going to show you what it looks like. What's the big win for doing this the way I'm asking you to do it is once you come to grades, and we look at the grades for the persuasive speech, and let's look at witness. So I'm struggling at the moment because what I don't see is learning mastery. And I know I'm just missing something. And I'm going to have to do this whole thing all over again. But I'm actually not, because I know it works. And I just can't seem to find it at the moment. Something didn't quite work right. And I've tried this video so many times. And so I'm not sure if you're going to see this one or another one, but I was about to say a bad word. So I didn't want to say a bad word. So I'm just going to pause recording and see if I can fix it. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't say a bad word and get frustrated. So all I really did was just refresh my computer, because all that clicking on those rubrics kind of gummed up my computer. So when I refreshed it, I just got what I was looking for, which is learning mastery. Once you select learning mastery, I'm going to move myself out of the way. And you'll see that's kind of set up with our rubric items right here. And all right, so I think I figured out the problem. You saw me kind of clicking some things around. And what I was looking for right up here is something called learning mastery. And it wasn't showing, and I expected it to be showing because it's showing in my other classes. And what I remembered, and this is really excellent that it failed on me like this, is that you have to actually turn that on. And so what you need to do is go to your class and go to settings. And so I'm going to settings, and under features, it says Learning Mastery Gradebook. You want to turn that on. And Student Learning Mastery Gradebook, I think you want to turn that on. I don't know, we'll find out. And then that's good. Then you can go back to grades. And when we go back to grades, voila, grades and learning mastery are there. That's what I was panicking about. I said, where is learning mastery? So when we click, so this is the money. When you click on learning mastery, this is what we see. So I graded several students, and we begin to get a picture. And if I graded all of them, you would see this whole thing filled out. And by outcome, we can begin to get some measurements about what we're looking at in each of our classes. We can add sections to, once we graded them, we can add more sections to this. And the really kind of cool part is that we can export this. If you just click export, a digital report of this will be created in your file somewhere. It takes some time to build, so it won't be done by the time this video is over. But the cool thing is that if we do this for all of our public speaking courses, we will be able to get really cool and collaborated data to be able to look at, and it's really easy to do. You put your grade in, and then you just click everything through. So that is how to bring the SLO into your persuasive speech class in Canvas. I'm happy to help you. Michelle knows how to do this. So between the two of us, we can help everyone, and we can get going. Also, the key thing is that you need to know is you can do this ahead of time, and you can do this after the fact. The only problem is, at least in my case, I have to get it done pretty early. I have to have this ready to go because I hand back those rubrics and they're out of my hand pretty quickly, and then I won't have anything to grade and do my SLO with. So however works for you, it's ready to go. Go forth and be successful. Talk to you later. Bye now.